Alright then. Now, if you want to play Raider, you have to have reactions, timings, react to your opponent, you know your opponent's overall gameplay, mindset. A lot of reaction stuff. You unfortunately have to think a lot forward all the time. So, what I recommend doing is that Raider has a small hidden ability. I'm just gonna quickly show you 3 heavies in a row. You see that? They're normal. Usually that's how it goes. Normal stuff. But look at this now. See the difference? All of a sudden the heavies are a lot slower. And show me again. Normal heavies. Nothing special. They are fast. Simple. But look at this. And then time is wrong. But look at this. You can delay the heavy so hard and change your timings completely. The same thing goes with this. You see? You can completely delay your timings. Also on the stunning tap, you see? You can do quick one, slow one into top light, slow, slow, quick, then you can do quick again, slow, quick, slow, quick. That's one of the Raider's biggest ability. And also this. You can do quick, bam, bam. And you can do bam, bam, bam. You can delay the lights also. Harder to do, but it's not impossible. So you can do this, this, and this. Normal. You can do delay it, and delay it again. Delaying attacks is your biggest strength with Raider. Because it messes up with your opponent's timings. But unfortunately, sometimes it works to do this. Yeah. The delayable heavies, by the way, also tracks dodge attacks. It tracks dodge attacks and dodge bashes, by the way. It does. If you delay it correctly, they get hit by this. Which I do a lot. Which is a very nice thing to do. But it goes both ways, because when you do this, sometimes you can get bashed in between. Which is unfortunate, but that's just the game. It's just a guessing game. Will your opponent respect you or not? That's how it works. So, also with Raider is that he has so many small things to him, which you have to learn. That's the difficult part about Raider. You have no opener. You can do this, sure, but it's not good enough, because this has no range. You don't go backwards and usually get hit. Trust me on that. I have many videos of me getting hit when I do this. I miss them, but they hit me. I suck ass. Also, Sawn attack. Slow as all hell. But very good to do against those who dodge bashes you. Because this forces reactions. This does. If your opponent has a dodge bash, unblockables is your friend. But you have to hard feint a ton. Because of one reason. This doesn't work against dodge bashes, except for like Warden and Warmonger. But if we talk about Conqueror and the Lawbringer, they can dodge bash you, option select you, which means you will bounce off. So you have to do this and punish, which is very annoying. But that's just how it is. So when you want to play Raider, you have to learn your opponents. You have to always think ahead. Anyone who says he's a brain dead character, you are brain dead. I don't agree on that at all. You have to really work for your timings. Like hard. But that's why I like Raider. You see, also, yeah, by the way, this is actually a good tips, by the way. One of my personal favorites, since I've done like for a long time, is my personal favorite opener. Which is this. You see the distance? You see? I miss. If I do just normal heavy. But look at this. I reach them. See? I miss. I reach. This is one of my favorite openers in the game. He doesn't have an opener, but you can try and make stuff. That's just Raider. That's like this. No opener, real opener. This is not a real opener. This is not a real opener. But this, also not a real opener. But I love doing it because it catches people off guard. It's like, oh, you can like, get long range and in their face. Which is something I love doing. One of my biggest tips when you want to play as Raider. But also, like always, you can't rely on Raider for too long. you usually get dumpstered by better characters. That's why you have to parry. That's why you have to learn mix-ups. That's why you need to learn your timings with this, for example. You backward throw, you're running into wall throw, doing max punish, you need to know your timing. That's why I want this to be undodgeable. Like I said before, like my dream update for Raider is to not give him any openers, it's fine. I don't care. Or like infinite. He doesn't need it. But what I want is that the top heavy, it's soft feintable as you see here. It's only on the same side, top. But if your opponent were to parry the heavy, it's a light attack, light parry. So it's literally useless. This move is literally useless. So, how do you fix that? Well, when Raider does this, he can soft feint to left or right. Now this mix-up is fun. Because this heavy, do you see here? 24. This, 27. Or this. This is more, let's see this. 32 damage. Imagine that coming to you. And you can soft feint it, because now people have to respect you. Which is something I want. That's one of my dream things, to make the top heavy actually useful. Then, make the soft feint top heavy, top light, on the normal heavies being undodgeable. This should be undodgeable. This should not. Why? This forces reactions. This doesn't. So this should be as normal. This, normal. This, undodgeable. How it works, I would say. That's what I would want. Or you increase the damage of this to something way more, like 13 damage or 14. So if you want to make it unsafe, sure. Or like option selected all the time, but just dodging. Make it like that. And also, yes, this is Raider's max punish on wall. This does 27 damage. Instead, this does 24, you see here. But this does, what is it? 15 plus 12. 27 damage. So you need to know your surroundings if you want to kill our opponent, for example. But you can also do this. If you don't want to risk it, you can do this. Mix up. You can do unblockable instead to do a mix-up. That's an old Raider thing. To do mix-up. Same thing if you want to do a heavy parry. Instead of doing light attack with 12 damage, you can do unblockable. For mix-up potential. Oh yeah, also Raider's max punishes. I can show you quickly now. Raider, let's do it like this. You guys know already the, punishment on the light attacks. Let's see here. Top heavy. Don't forget top heavy. Heavy attacks, unfortunately, light attack. That's all you get. 12 damage. 12 damage. This is nothing. You'd think, oh, maybe you can get something more. That is not guaranteed. Oh yeah, we don't need to talk about dodge forward light. One of the most useless ass moves in the game. It's so bad. Okay then. If I were to put my opponent on a stamina. Here. This one is tricky though. This is the max punish. No, actually, this is one of the max punishes on auto stamina guard break throw. You do a backward throw. You have to time it correctly to get the stun attack out and then the finish unblockable finisher. You see here, 54 damage. But if you're gonna get slightly more damage, you have to be very specific. Your guard has to be top. And then you do two top heavies. Like this. See? 27 plus 29. You do slightly more damage, 56, but it's harder to do because if your guard is there, like this, folks, I'll show you. You should try to change it. You miss. Very bad. So it's very risky to do. So you have to do this. You have to change your guard to top before you do the throw. You could slightly more, 2 more damage. But it's worth it, doing the sound, like I would say. Because the 2 damage. Also this, your timing is very perfect. Because look at this. Look at this one. I would now do quickly. Look at this. It becomes a light attack. I lose a lot of damage. I cannot allow... I cannot do the sound attack quick enough. Because I would do a light attack instead. Because the game, I don't know why. But they think it's gonna be a light attack, even to press sound attack. So you have to slightly delay it like this. I messed up the timing, you see. You see? You have to perfectly the time. Because if it's special, backward throw attack. This is so much this is safer to do though. You see there? Dodge for light, heavy into light. But the finisher light is blockable, sadly. It is sadly. So it's not guaranteed. But it's so much easier to do. So it's better to do this in the beginning. Why? Pressure. You get the finisher unblockable immediately when they wake up. Immediately when they wake up. If you do stampede charge and you throw your opponent into floor, you get 24 damage. Here. That's guaranteed. Into direct mix-up, blah blah blah. But your opponent, if you do stun attack, stun locked. You see there? Stun locked, which means they can't retaliate. That's a perfect move to do if they're close to a ledge, you want to ledge them, because they get staggered and fall backwards. And or you want to immediately go into finish unblockable, instead of doing the normal heavy. So it depends what you want to do. Very situational. So Raider is very finicky. It's very hard to play if you want to know everything that he does. You need reactions, you need timings, you need to match up opponents. Oh yeah, look at this. If you let's say in this scenario, this is stupid scenario though, because if you do this, you get 27 damage. But you can also do this for 27 damage. But there's a massive caveat in this. As you saw there, they can block you if you're close to a wall. Which is real annoying. Which makes no sense. But it's in the game still. Has been like beginning of time. If you want to do this, has no reason, they can block it. So yeah, remember if you want to play Raider, you have to mix up your timing. Like this. You can delay your attacks so much. You can also do quick attack, let's do quick attack, and then you can delayed, quick, low, delayed. That's how it works. Remember that, it's very important to do. You have to rely on your own skills a ton. For example, let's say Warden now, and I'm gonna shout it. I'm gonna say this. Warden relies only on spam. Bash spam into bash spam into infinite bash spam into bash. Yes, he's not the most broken thing. I agree on that. Because you can actually guard break him. But when he has 100 millisecond startup bashes for 15 damage, he can charge it into 27 infinite, into unblockable infinite, which is safe from guard break. You can bash again. You rely a lot on bashes, which is not fun. Raider can't do that. He stopped after a while. If you were to block a light attack, I stop. This is risky. You can dodge. Option selected by dodging. If a dodge bash, your opponent has a dodge bash, you suck ass. If they have a deflect, it sucks ass. Because now you have to only rely on unblockables. Unblockable, all time. Unless you close the wall. Is that what we're talking about? Because if you close the wall, you can do it. Because then the distance is no longer there. But you have to throw from the same side. I saw that now, actually, yeah. Because you can't change guard. You see here. Decent damage. So yeah. I'm never in this mode. I think that's it for Raider tips and tricks if you want to play him. Hard to play. Anyone says he's easy, sure, but you have to be very lucky. Like I said, he is very lucky. This character is a coin flip character all the time. Either I hit you, or you dodge and hit me, or bash me, or it's all luck. You dodged this, you didn't dodge this, this went through, you blocked this, blah. I don't think there is anything more to say about this character for now. Unless I'm missing something. Showed everything. No need to show mix-ups. He has an infinite mix-up, very easy to remember. Something to guard breaks, very simple to know. Something to top light, simple to know. Yeah, like, I agree on that. That's why I love this game. You can play the worst character in the game and still win. If you have reactions, you can win. Because every character in the game can attack. Every character has a moment for guaranteed attacks. Parrying, for example, or bashes. If you can react and parry and do attacks, you can win. Doesn't matter what. Because it's all depending on how easy it is. How much does your character carry you for the win? That's the difference in this game. Some have to work very hard. Some have to work nothing. You know. But we all know that. It's just fighting game. You know, it's just a fighting game. Every game has that. Yes, Bliss, you are. That's like I said about Raider. Luck-based. If they catch how you work, you're predictable. This is why now, Bliss, you delay him. You delay him. You know. Now they don't know the timings anymore. Now they're scared. Now here comes the unblockable. Wait, yo, wee, wow. Timing. Timing. Fast one. Slow one. Fast. Light. Heavy, slow. Fast. Slow. You see, now it's just timing based. But yeah, I think that's it. to show how you need to play Raider for now. Unless I miss something, of course, but I do. But it is what it is.